Are you tired of hearing the same generic kidney advice over and over again, while your creatinine levels refuse to budge? I know you are. Because many of you have commented on my previous videos, frustrated that despite drinking more water, cutting salt, and following every guideline, your kidney function isn't improving the way you hoped. Here's where it gets interesting. Last month, I received an email from Sarah, a longtime subscriber with stage 3 CKD. She wrote, "I've done everything my doctor personally recommended for me, but I feel like I'm just slowing down the decline, not actually healing." That hit me hard. Because she's right, most advice focuses on damage control, not regeneration. But then I discovered something that changed everything. While reviewing recent nephrology studies, I found compelling evidence that 7 specific foods contain bioactive compounds that don't just protect your kidneys, they actually support cellular repair and enhance your body's natural detoxification pathways. These aren't the usual suspects you've heard about. Some even surprised my consulting nephrologist. And food number 7? It's so powerful that one study showed it reduced kidney inflammation by 47% in just 8 weeks, but it's a protein source most kidney patients have been told to avoid entirely. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how these 7 foods work at a cellular level to help your kidneys heal. Before we start, comment below your age, where you're watching from, and your current kidney stage. I read and reply to every single comment because your journey matters to me. Let's get into it. Number 7, tofu. What if the protein source you've been told to avoid is actually the one thing that could save your kidneys from further decline? For years, kidney patients have been warned about plant proteins, with doctors insisting that only animal protein provides complete nutrition. But here's what they don't tell you: every gram of animal protein you consume creates metabolic acid that your struggling kidneys must work overtime to eliminate. This is where tofu changes everything. I discovered this truth when reviewing emails from my Japanese subscribers. One viewer, Kenji, shared that his nephrologist in Osaka recommended tofu as his primary protein source after his GFR dropped to 35. Within 6 months, his creatinine decreased from 2.8 to 2.1 milligrams per deciliter. His doctor was stunned. But here's the conflict: when Kenji mentioned this to his American specialist during a visit to his daughter, the doctor dismissed it entirely, claiming plant proteins were inferior and potentially harmful for kidney patients. This contradiction sent me down a research rabbit hole that revealed something extraordinary. Tofu contains a unique molecular structure that produces 50% less metabolic acid compared to chicken or beef. When you eat 100 grams of animal protein, your kidneys must filter approximately 32 milliequivalents of acid. The same amount of tofu? Only 16 milliequivalents. This dramatic reduction gives your nephrons precious time to heal instead of constantly fighting acid buildup. A landmark study from the National Kidney Foundation of Japan followed 847 stage 3 and 4 CKD patients for 3 years. Those who replaced 60% of their animal protein with tofu experienced a 41% slower progression of kidney disease and 38% lower phosphorus levels, despite consuming adequate protein. The mechanism is fascinating. Tofu provides all 9 essential amino acids your body needs, plus 253 mg of calcium and 2.7 mg of iron per cup, while delivering only 282 mg of potassium and 190 mg of phosphorus, dramatically lower than meat alternatives. The preparation method matters critically. Choose organic, non-GMO firm tofu and press it for 20 minutes to remove excess water, which concentrates the beneficial compounds. Consume 150 to 200 grams daily, divided between 2 meals, paired with vitamin C-rich vegetables like bell peppers to enhance iron absorption by 300%. Steam, bake, or stir-fry at temperatures below 350 degrees Fahrenheit because higher heat denatures the kidney protective isoflavones by up to 47%, according to research from Kyoto University. Never rely solely on processed tofu products like veggie burgers or flavored tofu, as they contain hidden sodium and phosphate additives that completely negate the kidney benefits. Ready for number 6? This next fruit contains a compound that actually reverses glomerular scarring. Number 6, almonds. Out of every nut on the planet, almonds are the only one that actually alkalizes your blood instead of creating acid, yet 95% of kidney patients are consuming them in a way that destroys all the benefits. Here's what makes this discovery so critical. Your kidneys are desperately trying to maintain your blood pH between 7.35 and 7.45. Every time that balance tips toward acidic, your nephrons burn through precious energy reserves to neutralize it. This constant acid battle is slowly destroying your remaining kidney function, and you don't even feel it happening. I stumbled upon this truth after a heated debate with a registered dietitian who insisted all nuts were dangerous for kidney patients because of their potassium content. She recommended patients avoid them entirely. But when I examined the traditional diets of Mediterranean populations with remarkably low kidney disease rates, almonds appeared daily. Something didn't add up. That's when I discovered the shocking metabolic difference. While cashews, peanuts, and walnuts all create metabolic acid after digestion, almonds do the exact opposite. They produce an alkaline ash that actively helps your kidneys maintain pH balance. This happens through a unique cellular mechanism. Almonds contain specific mineral compounds, primarily magnesium and calcium in a 1:2 ratio, that after metabolism leave behind alkaline residues instead of acidic ones. A groundbreaking 2019 study from Tehran University of Medical Sciences tracked 186 stage 3 CKD patients for 12 months. Those who consumed 30 grams of raw almonds daily experienced a 23% reduction in systolic blood pressure, a 31% improvement in HDL cholesterol, and most remarkably, their estimated GFR decline slowed by 34% compared to the control group. The mechanism involves the 9 grams of monounsaturated fatty acids per ounce, which reduce inflammation in the glomerular capillaries where your blood gets filtered. But here's where most people destroy these benefits. Almonds contain phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that binds to the very minerals your kidneys need. The solution requires a specific preparation method that takes 12 hours. Soak exactly 30 grams of raw, organic almonds in filtered water overnight at room temperature. This activates enzymes that break down 60% of the phytic acid while increasing magnesium bioavailability by 280%. Drain, rinse, and consume them in the morning with your breakfast. Critical warnings: never exceed 30 grams daily because almonds contain 208 mg of potassium per ounce, which can accumulate dangerously if you overconsume. Avoid roasted, salted, or flavored almonds entirely. The added sodium and damaged fats from high heat processing completely negate the kidney protective benefits. One study from Stanford showed that roasting almonds above 300 degrees Fahrenheit destroys 52% of their alkalizing minerals. Number 5 is next, and this crimson root holds a secret that forces your kidneys to filter toxins 3 times faster than normal, but only if you prepare it one specific way. Number 5, beetroot. This deep crimson root vegetable holds the highest alkalizing power of any food on earth with a PRAL score of -3.7, Yet kidney specialists have been telling patients to avoid it for decades based on one completely outdated myth. Let me explain why this matters at a cellular level. Every single day, your damaged kidneys struggle to neutralize the acid load from your diet. When acid accumulates in your blood, it triggers a devastating cascade. Your body pulls calcium from your bones to buffer the acid, your remaining nephrons work triple time to excrete it, and chronic inflammation slowly destroys more kidney tissue. You're trapped in a vicious cycle that's accelerating your decline. The conflict started when I received an angry email from Linda, a stage 4 CKD patient whose nephrologist strictly forbade beetroot because of its high potassium content. She'd been following this advice for 3 years, yet her kidney function continued deteriorating. Frustrated, she asked, "If beets are so dangerous, why do European kidney clinics recommend them?" That question led me to a startling discovery. The outdated potassium warning is based on raw beet measurements, but here's what changes everything. 1 cup of cooked beetroot contains only 259 mg of potassium, less than a banana, less than an orange, less than dozens of safe foods doctors never mention. Meanwhile, that same cup delivers the most powerful alkalizing effect available in nature, actively neutralizing the metabolic acid that's destroying your kidneys. A revolutionary 2021 study from the Netherlands tracked 412 CKD patients for 18 months. Those consuming 150 grams of cooked beetroot 3 times weekly experienced a 44% reduction in systemic inflammation markers, a 29% decrease in oxidative stress, and remarkably, their kidney function decline slowed by 37%. The mechanism involves unique betalain pigments, specifically betadine and vulgaxanthin, that penetrate damaged kidney cells and activate NRF2 pathways, your body's master antioxidant defense system that literally repairs cellular damage from the inside out. The preparation method is crucial for kidney patients. Steam or roast whole beets with skin intact at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for exactly 45 minutes. This cooking process reduces potassium content by 30% while concentrating the alkalizing minerals. Never use canned or pickled beets, the added sodium completely negates the benefits. Consume 150 grams with a meal containing healthy fats like olive oil or avocado, which increases betalain absorption by 320%. Critical warning: if you're on blood pressure medication, start with only 75 grams because beetroot's nitric oxide production can lower blood pressure by 10 points within 3 hours. Monitor closely with your doctor. Number 4 is papaya, and this golden tropical fruit contains the only plant-based enzyme that can break down damaged proteins clogging your kidney tubules while simultaneously delivering antioxidants 40 times more powerful than vitamin C. Here's what most kidney patients don't understand about protein metabolism. When your kidneys are compromised, undigested protein fragments accumulate in your nephrons, creating a sticky residue that blocks filtration pathways and triggers inflammatory responses. This protein buildup is invisible on standard tests, yet it's silently choking your remaining kidney function every single day. Papaya solves this through papain, a proteolytic enzyme that operates at a molecular level your body simply cannot replicate. When papain enters your digestive system, it doesn't just break down the protein you're eating, it actually helps clear the protein waste your damaged kidneys are struggling to eliminate. 1 molecule of papain can cleave up to 300 peptide bonds per second, transforming large, kidney-damaging protein molecules into tiny amino acids your body can easily process and excrete. But the real breakthrough involves papaya's lycopene and beta-cryptoxanthin content. These carotenoid antioxidants penetrate kidney cell membranes and neutralize reactive oxygen species that cause glomerular scarring. A 2020 clinical trial from Thailand with 267 stage 2 to 3 CKD patients showed that consuming papaya 5 times weekly for 4 months reduced oxidative stress markers by 51% and decreased microalbuminuria by 38%. Now here's the surprising part that contradicts everything you've been told about tropical fruits. While mangoes contain 564 mg of potassium per cup and pineapples have 180 mg, 1 cup of papaya delivers only 264 mg, comparable to apples. Its medium glycemic index of 60 means it won't spike your blood sugar like watermelon or dates, making it safe for diabetic kidney patients when consumed properly. Selection and preparation are critical. Choose papayas that are 70% yellow with slight give when pressed. This ripeness stage contains peak papain levels while keeping sugar content moderate. Cut into 150-gram portions, about 1 cup cubed, and consume on an empty stomach in the morning, 30 minutes before breakfast. This timing allows papain to work systemically rather than just on food digestion. Essential warnings. Never exceed 200 grams daily because papaya's fiber content can interfere with phosphate binder absorption if you're taking them. Avoid papaya if you're on blood thinners like warfarin. Papain has mild anticoagulant properties that can amplify medication effects by 15 to 20%. Never eat unripe green papaya, which contains dangerously high levels of latex that can cause severe allergic reactions and kidney inflammation. Number 3. Carrots. This ordinary orange vegetable contains a form of soluble fiber that can lower your creatinine levels by up to 36% in just 8 weeks, yet it's the one food nephrologists never mention in standard kidney protocols. Let me share what changed my entire perspective on carrots. Last year, I received a detailed lab report from Michael, a 62-year-old subscriber with stage 3 CKD. His creatinine had been stuck at 2.4 mg per deciliter for over a year despite strict adherence to his renal diet. Out of desperation, he started eating 1 medium carrot daily after reading about pectin in an obscure Japanese study. 8 weeks later, his follow-up showed creatinine dropped to 1.8 mg per deciliter. His nephrologist was confused and asked what medications he'd changed. When Michael mentioned carrots, the doctor dismissed it as coincidental fluctuation. But there's nothing coincidental about what's happening at the cellular level. Carrots contain a specific type of pectin, a soluble fiber that binds to creatinine molecules in your intestinal tract before they're absorbed into your bloodstream. This pectin creates a gel-like matrix that traps approximately 23% of dietary and metabolic creatinine, escorting it directly out through your stool instead of forcing your damaged kidneys to filter it. It's like installing a pre-filter that catches waste before it ever reaches your nephrons. The beta-carotene story is equally fascinating. Your kidneys contain the second highest concentration of vitamin A receptors in your entire body, right after your eyes. When beta-carotene converts to vitamin A, it activates retinoic acid receptors in your glomerular cells, triggering the production of anti-inflammatory proteins that repair microvascular damage. A 2018 study from Seoul National University followed 340 CKD patients for 14 months and found those consuming 150 grams of carrots 4 times weekly experienced 41% less proteinuria and 28% better GFR stability. Here's the critical preparation method. Steam or boil carrots for exactly 12 to 15 minutes, then consume them with 1 teaspoon of olive oil or coconut oil. Cooking breaks down the tough cellular walls, increasing beta-carotene bioavailability by 600%, while the fat enables absorption since beta-carotene is fat-soluble. Never juice carrots. you'll concentrate the potassium to dangerous levels while losing the precious pectin fiber. Strict portion control is non-negotiable. 1 medium carrot, 100 grams, contains 320 milligrams of potassium. Limit yourself to 150 grams maximum per day, consumed with meals to slow potassium absorption. If your potassium levels run high, above 5.0 milliequivalents per liter, reduce to 100 grams every other day and always monitor your labs monthly. Number 2. Fresh turmeric activates your kidney's self-cleaning system that doctors thought was impossible to trigger naturally. Here's what makes turmeric unlike anything else on this list. It contains curcumin, a polyphenol compound that penetrates directly into the mitochondria of your kidney cells and flips a genetic switch called NRF2. When NRF2 activates, it triggers the production of over 200 different antioxidant enzymes that your damaged kidneys have stopped making on their own. This isn't just reducing inflammation, this is forcing your cells to manufacture their own internal repair systems. The cellular mechanism is extraordinary. Curcumin molecules bind to inflammatory proteins called cytokines, specifically TNF-alpha and IL-6 that are constantly attacking your glomerular basement membrane. By blocking these cytokines at the receptor level, curcumin stops the inflammatory cascade before it damages more nephrons. Studies show this reduces kidney inflammation by 67% within 12 weeks, but only if you prepare it correctly. Now here's where turmeric becomes a game changer for kidney patients. It has the second highest alkalizing power of any food with a PRAL score of -6.5. While your kidneys struggle to neutralize metabolic acid, fresh turmeric actively creates an alkaline environment that takes the burden off your remaining nephrons. This dual action, reducing inflammation while alkalizing, creates the perfect conditions for kidney tissue repair. But there's a critical problem: curcumin has terrible bioavailability. Your body absorbs less than 1% of the curcumin you consume because it's rapidly metabolized and eliminated. This is where the 2000% absorption hack changes everything. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that inhibits the liver enzymes that break down curcumin. When you combine fresh turmeric with just a pinch of black pepper, curcumin absorption skyrockets by 2000%, flooding your kidneys with therapeutic levels. The optimal preparation requires precision. Grate 2 to 3 grams of fresh turmeric root, about 1 inch, mix with 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper and 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or olive oil. The healthy fat increases absorption another 300% because curcumin is fat-soluble. Consume this mixture once daily with your largest meal. Fresh turmeric is 3 to 5 times more potent than dried powder, so always choose firm, bright orange roots without soft spots or mold. Curcumin thins blood by inhibiting platelet aggregation. If you're on anticoagulants like warfarin or aspirin, consult your doctor before starting. It can amplify effects dangerously. Never exceed 5 grams daily, as excessive curcumin can cause oxalate buildup, potentially forming kidney stones in susceptible individuals. And finally, number 1, this dark leafy green has a PRAL score of -7.9, making it the most alkalizing food for your kidneys while containing 70% less potassium than spinach. Number 1, Arugula. Let me tell you about Rebecca, a 58-year-old stage 4 CKD patient who reached out to me last spring, devastated. Her nephrologist had handed her a list of forbidden foods that included every single leafy green, spinach, kale, chard, collards, all banned because of potassium. She felt trapped eating the same bland, low-nutrient meals day after day while watching her energy plummet and her skin turn gray from malnutrition. When I mentioned arugula, she was skeptical. Isn't that just another dangerous green? She asked. Here's what she didn't know. While 1 cup of raw spinach delivers 167 mg of potassium and kale packs 296 mg, the same amount of arugula contains only 74 mg, less than half. This makes arugula the only dark leafy green that delivers powerful phytonutrients without the potassium overload that terrifies kidney patients. But the real magic happens at the genetic level. Arugula belongs to the cruciferous family and contains glucosinolates, sulfur-containing compounds that your body converts into isothiocyanates when you chew them. These molecules activate phase 2 detoxification enzymes in your liver and kidneys, specifically glutathione S-transferase, which binds to toxic metabolites and marks them for elimination. A groundbreaking study from Johns Hopkins found that these compounds increase your kidney's detox capacity by 73% within 24 hours of consumption. The anti-cancer mechanism is equally remarkable. Arugula contains arusin, an isothiocyanate that triggers apoptosis in damaged cells while protecting healthy ones, essentially forcing precancerous cells in your kidney tissue to self-destruct before they can multiply. Research from the American Institute for Cancer Research ranks cruciferous vegetables, including arugula, at the top of cancer prevention foods. Here's the optimal consumption strategy: eat 2 to 3 cups of fresh arugula daily, but never cook it. Heat above 140 degrees Fahrenheit destroys 55% of the glucosinolates and deactivates the enzyme myrosinase that converts them into beneficial compounds. Add arugula to salads with olive oil and lemon juice. The healthy fats increase nutrient absorption by 400% while the vitamin C in lemon enhances the activation of protective compounds. If you're on blood thinners, arugula contains vitamin K that can interfere with warfarin. Keep your intake consistent daily rather than varying wildly, and inform your doctor. Never buy pre-washed bagged arugula. It loses 60% of its glucosinolates within 48 hours of harvest. Buy fresh bunches with vibrant green leaves and consume within 3 days. Rebecca followed this protocol for 5 months. Her energy returned, her skin regained color, and her latest labs showed stable kidney function for the first time in 2 years. There you have it, 7 powerful foods that can help your kidneys heal naturally: tofu, almonds, beetroot, papaya, carrots, fresh turmeric, and arugula. But here's what I need you to understand: knowledge without action changes nothing. I know many of you have been struggling with kidney disease for years, trying everything your doctors recommend while watching your numbers slowly decline. These foods aren't magic pills, but they're tools that work when you use them consistently and correctly. Start with just 1 food this week. Master the preparation method. Monitor how your body responds. Then add another. Small, consistent changes create lasting results. That's what I've seen work for thousands of subscribers in our community. Next week, I'm releasing a video on the 5 hidden medications that are secretly destroying your kidney function, even ones your doctor says are safe. You won't want to miss it. If this video gave you hope or practical information you can actually use, hit that like button. It helps others find this content. Share it with someone fighting kidney disease. And subscribe so you don't miss the next breakthrough. Your kidneys can heal. You're not fighting this alone. I'll see you in the next video.